Chapter 18, The Storm. You rush through the rain with Sky right behind you, reuniting with the startled Lino and Eve. Jody, where have you... Wait, Sky? What are you doing here? The lodge got a call that Felicia is in labor. Lino's gonna be a dad. What? But our due date isn't for another 3 weeks. Apparently you're a little tight. Couldn't wait. Oh my god, this is the best day of my life. But I'm not there. My wife is in labor and I'm not there. This is so early. Are we even ready yet? I don't know if I can do this. Lino. That baby's coming whether you're ready or not. You'll have to buckle up and do your best. Okay, you're right. I gotta try, but first, we all have to get to the hospital. Wait, where are Blake and... There you are! Rebecca suddenly burst through the tree, breathless and frantic. Blake's missing. What do you mean, missing? Rebecca leans against the nearest tree, catching her breath in between words. He heard you running off into the woods and got worried, so he went looking for you. That was ages ago. He should have been back by now. Wait. He went looking for me. Rebecca shoots you a look that might be exhaustion, but it's probably at least 50% irritation. Yeah, with this weather, he was worried about you getting lost or hurt or whatever. He's right. It's not a great time to be wandering around. Wait, why are you here? The short version is that my baby is coming, and we're stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's stuck. Sky can take Eve and Lino back to the lodge, and then Eve can help him get to the hospital from there. I'll stay and look for Blake. By yourself? I'll stay too. As you glance at her, there's a rumble of thunder in the distance. The rain starts to fall in thicker drops. I can take you to where I last saw him, and we'll cover more ground together. Okay. Secretly, she's already killed Blake, and you're her next victim. Shit like that happens every day, don't at me. Lino steps up to you and solemnly rests his hands on your shoulders. I'm sorry we can't go with you. Normally, it'd be my honor and duty to help as your bestie, but... And because Blake is also our friend... But I have a high calling now. My wife and baby need me. I know. I will remember you fondly. Today, the Lino who was my best friend is gone. Wait, what? Replaced by someone much stronger, wiser, and far more courageous. Marcelino the dad. I think you mean Marcelino the daddy. Okay. Enough goodbyes. Come on, Lino. And you two, good luck. Find our boy and bring him home safe, okay? I hope we can. While Lino and Eve follow Sky back towards the lodge, you and Rebecca follow her deeper into the woods. She stops in a small clearing. This is the last spot where I saw Blake. Which way was he heading? I don't know. Maybe that way? Are you sure? There aren't any footprints this way. What part of I don't know and maybe do you not get? I'm just trying to help. Like, I've been trying to get through this hike all day. And I'm just trying to gather all the facts before we head off in a random direction. I can't believe Blake just ran off like this. If you know him so well, then why don't you use your Blake dar to track him? My... what now? You heard me. If anyone should know where he went, it's you. You've been clinging to him this entire trip. Wow. You have no right to call me clingy. I don't think she's really been clingy, in my opinion. That's like the glue calling the tape adhesive. Well, lucky for you, I have a few other things I'd like to call you. Catfight. What? A flash of lightning underlines her words, but it also illuminates something else. Wait, look at the tree. You approach a tree just outside the clearing, you pulse quickening when you see a symbol carved into the bark. One you'd recognize anywhere. Blake must have gone this way. How on earth do you know that? The mark on this tree. I thought that was just part of the bark. No, me and Blake came up with it years ago. Like an inside joke. If he thought I was lost out here, he would have left it so that if I found the spot, I'd know he was searching for me. Only now, he's the one who's lost. As you reach out to trace it with your fingers, you can almost feel Blake's touch, the way he drew that mark on your skin years ago, and the warmth of a party that feels like a lifetime away from the rainy forest where you now stand. Senior year, thanks to Eve scoring you and your friends invites to Alpha Theta Muss, start of semester bash. I can barely hear myself thinking here. Come on, let's explore a little. You wander down the frat halls with Blake, sipping drinks from solo cups as music and laughter echo from the other rooms. Oh my god, they literally have a trophy room. A trophy room no one else has taken over for keg stands, so we can work with that. You let out a sigh, enjoying the relative quiet and the fact that it's just you and Blake in the room. You both peer at the trophy case side by side. Looks like the boys are experts when it comes to rowing. Kudos to them. I'm surprised they don't have a trophy for best abs on campus based on the stories he's told us. Well, that's because you weren't there for the competition. He laughs as he rubs his neck. I don't think I'd win any trophy for that. You're just being modest. I saw when we went to the beach last month. You've got muscles, Blake Marshall. Blake's mouth quirks into a small smile. For one brief moment, he glances over at you and then just quickly looks away. Not as many as that trophy, though. Blake takes a swig of his drink before flopping onto the couch. You join him, heart fluttering a little when his leg brushes yours. I don't exactly have an epic prize to put on the line. He nods towards the trophy case. But we could play a game. Winner gets bragging rights. You want to head back to the living room and play another game of Flip Cup? Nah, too noisy. We should play something here, just the two of us. Like what? I don't know about you, but I didn't bring any playing cards. And I'm fresh out of pen and paper for Pictionary. Who needs paper? Blake suddenly reaches over and rests a hand on your thigh. Your resting heart rate instantly jumps by at least 10 beats. What is he doing? Is this... He slowly traces one finger over the top of your thigh, and despite your heart pounding in your ears, you realize he's tracing a letter, and then a second one. Well, what did I just write? Was it hi? Damn, Ballard, got it in one. That's because you gave me an easy word. Alright, your turn then. Blake guides your hand to his own thigh, which makes your heart rate do a whole new series of unprecedented things. The warm smile he gives you doesn't help either. Just go easy on me, okay? Right, I'll do something simple. With your heart still pounding in your chest, you lift your hand and begin to trace shapes over the fabrics of his jeans. I'll write his name, stranger, draw a heart. You quickly trace a heart on his thigh, glancing up at him with a grin. To your relief, he grins back. That didn't feel like a word at all. I did say I wanted to play Pictionary and not Scrabble. So now you're drawing pictures on me? Okay, do it again. But with feeling this time. Your own heart flutters as you trace a heart on his thigh once more. He gazes at you the whole time, smiling softly. Is that a heart? Points to Marshall. You're good at this game. You share a grin and suddenly realize your hand still resting on his thigh. Hastily, you pull it back. I guess it's my turn again. Alright. And your whole little heart just gave me an idea. This time you're expecting it to when his fingers brush your thigh, but they slide higher than before, which certainly makes you feel, normal. I can totally be normal about having the cutest guy I've ever met sliding his hand up my thigh. He traces a shape slowly, an intricate series of lines swirls, but they never quite resolve into a letter. Okay, there's no way that whatever you're writing is a word. It wasn't meant to be. He stops, letting his hand simply rest on your thigh and looks up at you with a smile. It's our sign. That'll be a little inside joke for just the two of us. A trophy to remember this party and for making it one step closer to graduation. Our sign, huh? He nods. His hand is still warm, gently. Gentle pressure on your thigh, not moving an inch. Can you draw it again? That way I can memorize it? Yeah, come here. You shift even closer to him on the couch, pressing your thigh closer to his as he starts to draw again. Every touch is slow, leisurely. He moves with such concentration, as if the most sacred thing in the world. So you start with a little loop, then put a slash through it. Okay, now let me try it on you. The memory slowly fades, but it leaves a hopeful warmth in your chest as you reach out to touch the symbol on the tree. Nobody but Blake could have drawn this. I just know it, Rebecca. That's just it. I believe you. She runs a hand over her face, her shoulders slumping. If you think Blake went that way, then let's go. We should keep moving before the storm gets worse. You press on for minutes that feel like hours, discovering more signs on the trees and the occasional footprint. Is this another one of your little signs? Yeah, I think so. And there's one on that tree up ahead. You gesture towards the next portion of the woods, covering in stone outcroppings, vines, and underbrush. You want us to go through that? We have to. These footprints are fresh. Blake couldn't have came through here more than a half an hour ago. How can you even tell that with all this rain? I just know it, and we need to hurry before the rain completely washes the trail away. You push branches out of the way as you press on. Despite the rain, you hear Rebecca mutter under her breath as she follows. We wouldn't even be out here if it wasn't for you. Rebecca, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I wish I could pretend you didn't blow up my whole relationship, but that's easier said than done. Excuse me? Blake breaking up with you this week was not on me. And why does she even care? They're back together. She won. How on earth is it not on you? Oh, where do I even start? Our whole trip to Ludus Winery was full of more red flags than red wine. Red flags pointing out that you would be a constant headache, finally, something we agree on. No, that you and Blake have a list of incompatibilities longer than the freaking Constitution. You look down on the stuff he likes, have completely different 5-year plans, ask him to move in after a 1-month relationship. However, different 5-year plans. Blake wants to lay roots and start a family, and you just want to travel the world like some wine aunt without responsibilities. That was the first time we even discussed the future, let alone family planning. And it didn't make you think that you should, I don't know, pump the brakes on potentially moving in together? Rebecca angrily swats a branch out of the way and storms forward, stepping right onto another footprint. No, we needed that. I needed... She slowly lifts her foot, sees the remnants of her previous footprints in the mud, and lets out a frustrated groan. Great. Another entry on your list of reasons, Becky, ruins everything, right? Hey, I don't have a list. Rebecca snorts as you push through the underbrush looking for more signs of his trail. Right, sure. You spot a sign on a tree ahead and press towards it, but brambles start catching at your clothing. Ugh. Did you just me? Will you two just fight already? I'm serious. She fights her own set of brambles, swatting them away from her clothes. I am all of this, not everything about you. Wow, great, thanks. I'm so glad we're finally being honest with each other. Another bramble catches at your ankle, and all of a sudden you've just had it. You know what? Let's keep it up. For the next 10 minutes, why don't we be totally 100% honest with each other then? You can tell me everything you've ever wanted to say to me, and even the pettiest stuff, and I'll return the favor. You take another step forward, your foot sinking nearly ankle deep into the mud, which only sets a simmering rage you feel into overdrive. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a mud cat fight. And by the end of it, hopefully we'll be through the evil forest and find the beautiful idiot we're looking for and never have to see each other again. Rebecca trudges through the mud, her ankle boots are like coming off her feet with each step and looks at you with a strange expression. Can you actually take that much honesty? I can take whatever you can dish out. Good, because I've got a 5-course meal of complaints. She jabs a finger at your chest to punctuate each word. You've been sticking your nose into Blake and my business since the first damn day of this trip. Excuse me? I was nothing but nice to you when we first met. Yeah, with a fake smile plastered on the whole time. Fake, I was trying to give you a chance. More like trying to break me and Blake up. Despite the cold rain, your blood starts to boil as she continues. You're always showing off on how outdoorsy you are. Always looking well rested, even when you have to get up at 5 a.m. for a hike. How's that her fault? Sorry? But the worst part is that Blake never stops talking about you. Do you have any idea what it's like whenever you leave the room? I'm not a psychic, so no. It's always Jody this, Jody that. Let me tell you about the great time I had with Jody. And no matter what, whenever you call, he comes running. I don't think that's true. Rebecca barges on before you can even finish the sentence. Oh, bet it is. The first day when he gave you the little lift to the lodge, we were about to sit down to lunch together. But the second Lino called and said you were stranded, Blake went running off to your rescue. I didn't even know you were here when that happened. That's not the point. The point is he'll always drop anything for you, even me. Well, if someone's stranded, I would hope someone would care enough to come get someone, regardless of who they are. Do you have any idea how that feels? You rifle through your own memories trying to parse what Rebecca's saying. Am I really that much of a priority for Blake, even when he's in a relationship? Back in LA, Blake had mentionitis about you. But at least we were happy without you constantly scheming to break us up. Okay, constantly scheming is a strong series of words. And be honest, were you two really happy nodding and pretending to get along when you barely have two things in common? Wow! So, we have different interests. Big deal. Is that really the worst thing you have to say about me? No. You're materialistic and stuck up, not a soulmate, an annoyingly decent person. I feel like materialistic and stuck up. At first, she thought that nature was too good for her. Well, she was too good for nature. Stuck up? Yeah, anytime that Blake has made us a meal, you act like you're Gordon Ramsay being handed a gas station sandwich. I love his cooking! What color me surprised? He went through a ton of trouble to cook for you on his trip, and your favorite meals were the ones we bought at the lodge. Sometimes I just think his cooking could be more refined, and the guy could use some less black pepper sometimes. True, white pepper and chili flakes exist for a reason. Spice things up, pun intended. Right, it's not a seasoning for all seasons. For a long moment, you and Rebecca stared at each other, some of the tension between you slipping away. And I'm not the only one who finds that irritating. Almost as irritating as whenever he hears Danger Zone. Oh, you leave Danger Zone alone. Does he call you Goose too? Yeah, I thought it was cute at first, so I bought him a pair of aviator glasses. Big mistake. Yeah, Lino and I did that in college and then promptly broke the glasses. I donated them while he wasn't looking. It was the only way to save myself. Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, no, you leave Danger Zone alone. He's gorgeous, but he's got to start cleaning out his car. The man spends way too much money on sneakers. His commitment issues are no joke. You know what? I mean, we're kind of bonding, so... Yeah, the trip has certainly been eye-opening. He's the sweetest guy I've ever met and so eager to please, but the follow-through doesn't always happen, or you're left wondering what he really wants. Exactly. She gives you a small, sympathetic smile, and you find yourself returning it. I guess we have a little more in common than I thought. Same. Like the fact that we're both desperate enough to go chasing this beautiful idiot through the woods. Oh, listen. It's cute. You take another step forward, and this time your foot lands on more solid ground. You're slowly leaving the world's worst patch of woodland behind. We're almost through this mess, come on. You press on through the last of it, but barely 2 steps later... your foot suddenly sinks into a tangle of bramble and mud. Please don't die in a pool of quicksand. Please don't die in a pool of quicksand. The mud sucks you down further, shockingly deep, but adrenaline barely has time to hit your system before... Jody, grab my hand! Rebecca reaches out and you clasp her hand as tight as you can. Gritting her teeth, she pulls. Almost got you! And with a loud squelch, your foot comes free. You stagger on the solid ground. Are you okay? Rebecca... Only thanks to you. It was nothing. Just because you're not high on my list of likable people doesn't mean I want you to get hurt. Then thank you. Seriously. You use some leaves to scrub the mud off your foot as Rebecca wipes her own hand on a tree. She goes quiet all of a sudden. I used to think that the way you felt about Blake was something petty. Jealousy mixed with some college kid crush that you never got over. I even thought we could be friends when we first met. Even Blake were always talking about how cool you were. But even when we were kind of getting along, this Blake situation kept coming between us. Rebecca, But this was never about winning or some schoolgirl crush for you. You really love him, don't you? Yeah, I always have. Since the first moment I met him. She sighs before wiping some mud off of her face. I guess I can't hate you for that. If I didn't care about him, I wouldn't be out here in the middle of a storm trying to save his damn life. Both look at each other, and it's a little like you're seeing each other for the first time. The thought of being reunited with Blake fills you with a bittersweet pang that's tinged with at least a little acceptance. Well, at least she cares. She'll take good care of Blake if we ever find him. Hey, is that another footprint? It is. Good eye. Jody! I don't like Blake. He's got to be close. As the two of you race after the footprints, the rain finally lets up. The trail leads to a base of a steep incline. Jody! He has to be up there. Becca glances up at the incline swells hard. You can practically see her calculating the distance either of you could fall. Up that climb. Are we sure? Come on. You've handled worse on the strap. I've seen you tackle a cliffside trail, survive a collapsing cave full of bats, and swim beneath a waterfall. I know heights are scary, but you can do this. We can do this. Rebecca swallows again, but this time she nods. She takes a step forward, resolute. You're right. I mean, what am I gonna do? Stay here alone in the wilderness while you climb? Yeah, no thanks. That's the spirit. You'd think after jumping off the waterfall I'd be over this, but ain't no judgment. Let's go find Blake. Rebecca climbs up first. You stick close behind, calling out encouragement. You got a good handhold on the left. That's it. Slow and steady. Inch by inch, you make your way up the slope. Rebecca's breathing hard, but she keeps going, gritting her teeth. A little further. Once we get to Blake, you'll win Girlfriend of the Year for going through all this trouble for him. Rebecca pauses mid-climb and stares at you in utter confusion. Girlfriend? Blake broke up with me days ago. You know that? What? But I saw him getting back together with you. No. From what he told me, I thought he was getting together with you. Jody, is that you? Blake's voice is so close that there's no time to process. You and Rebecca share a confused look before racing up the last of the leg of the climb. You clamber onto a small peak and see Blake. Hands cupped around his mouth, calling your name. Relief washes over his face when he sees you. Jody, thank God. When you disappeared and it started raining, I got worried. I've been looking for you everywhere. He climbed up here in the middle of a rainstorm just for a chance of spotting me. Well, we can say the same about you. He looks at both of you, gives Rebecca a grateful nod, and then pulls you into a hug. I'm so glad you're okay. Head spinning from what Rebecca has just said, and relief in his eyes, you let him hold you. And for a moment, it feels like you're the only two people in the world, and there's a warmth in your chest that feels like hope. Yeah, ditto. But if Blake's not back with Rebecca, then what does that mean for us? Oh god, could you just focus 2 minutes? Oh my lord. Even with diamond choices, literally 2 of them. This chapter was super short. They're dragging this on, man, I'll tell you. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description. Plenty of things to check out there. Without further ado, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of this chapter. Sorry about being a little bit late. I didn't feel good today. So, yeah, no, I don't know what to say. I was kind of hoping for the age-old mud fight or something. I don't know. They kept emphasizing it might be a thing, but who knows. Listen, I haven't seen one of those in fights in a couple decades, actually. It used to be more common, especially in entertainment and whatnot, back then. And, now it's just, it doesn't exist anymore. It really doesn't. Sometimes you just like the age-old nostalgia, things like that. And it's also just a simple way of getting over something. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below how you feel. Catch you all later. Peace out.